Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps on what I needed to do to get video output screen recording working with my newer Android phone. So I'm using a OnePlus 15, but if you have any newer Android phone, this should be somewhat of a similar process. I was having a really hard time getting the video output to work, but I was finally able to find the right settings in the software as well as hardware to get this to work. Now, first I'm going to take you over to the hardware to show you what that looks like, what I'm physically plugging in to my Elgato to get this screen capture of my phone. So taking a look here, you can see that my phone is connected to USB Type-C through this little converter here that's then plugged in to HDMI. And then that HDMI is plugged in to my Elgato. Now, interestingly enough, I also have an HDMI cord that just directly goes to USB Type-C. And this is actually what I had been using to screen capture on an old OnePlus 7T phone that I had. But for whatever reason, this cord did not work with my newer OnePlus 15 phone. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case with this cord working through my Elgato to capture my old phone, but it not working with the OnePlus 15. That's a potential issue that you could be running into where the cord just simply isn't compatible and not working with your newer device. And look to swap out for a newer option, the most up-to-date types of technology with HDMI and USB Type-C, to see if that is your issue. I'll post links to Amazon down in the description for more up-to-date hardware options with USB Type-C data transfer as well as HDMI. So if you want to take a look down there, I'll post some helpful resources. Like I said, my cord initially was one of the issues that I was having, but I switched over to some different cord options and then it started working with that video output. So this is something for you to look into if you're having issues. But now that I have the USB Type-C hooked up through HDMI to my Elgato and it is a system that is working for me, now I'm going to take you over back into my phone to show you the software options that you're going to want to have to get this video output working. So now the next thing that we're going to do is change some of the settings in our phone so that it's going to be capable of doing video output. So we're going to drag down our top screen area, and from here we want to open up our settings by clicking on the settings gear. And the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we have developer mode turned on. So in the search settings, I'm going to type in developer, and I'm going to open up the developer options. And in my developer options, I want to make sure that this is toggled to the on position. And this is going to allow us to change some of the settings in our phone that we might not otherwise have access to. An additional thing I want to mention about developer mode, you might have a different option here where in search, you can look for about device, open that up. Then scroll down and tap where it says version. And then in this area, you want to find where it says build version. Tap on that 7 times in a row. And this is a way to get developer options working on your phone. You saw on mine that I just had a toggle for the developer option, so it's a little bit more straightforward. But if you have a different type of software on your phone, you might need to find where it says build number and then tap on that 7 times in a row to get access to those developer options. Now in our developer options page, what we want to do next is scroll down. And in our debugging area, we want to make sure that we have USB debugging toggled to the on position. And the reason that we want to do that is because the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to continue to scroll down until we find where it says default USB configuration, or you can also do select USB configuration. So we're going to open up either one of those options. And you want to make sure that you're forcing either file transfer or MIDI as the output options for your USB port so that it's going to be able to do that video output. A lot of times it's just going to default to charging only. And then once it's doing that, sometimes it doesn't give you the option to change over to file transfer or one of these other options. I'm selected on file transfer, so we should be good to go with that. Now we're going to go back to the previous search page, and the next thing that we're going to search for is OTG connection. So start typing in OTG space connection, and this should pop up with the option of OTG connection. So we're going to open that up. And we want to make sure that this is toggled to the on position. If it's grayed out for you and it's not letting you change this toggle to the on position, unplug the USB cord from your phone and it should give you the option to toggle this to the on position. Once it's on, plug that USB cord back in and you should be good to go. Now this automatically turns off if not used for 10 minutes. So if you're taking too long, you're going to have to go back in here and again, turn this to the on position with nothing plugged into your USB port. And then once this is toggled to the on position, then you can plug that USB Type-C cord back in to your phone. An additional issue that I also ran into is once I was able to get that video output, it was super zoomed in on my screen, so it wasn't all that useful. And this is because I was forcing desktop mode. You want to make sure that you're not forcing desktop mode. So in your settings, search for desktop to find that force desktop mode. And make sure that this is toggled to the off position. Like I said, I had this toggled on, so when I was doing the video output, it was super zoomed in on my screen. But once I turned desktop mode off, it zoomed out and started capturing my entire phone screen. That's going to wrap this one up. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And again, I'll post some helpful Amazon links down in the description. I'll link that USB Type-C to HDMI converter that I'm using on my phone, as well as an updated HDMI cord option if you want to take a look at that.